Good afternoon, friends. Welcome to my World Tirade and Ranting Center. Today's video is got to do something with a very important initiative or events that are taking place now, starting up. So I'm going to title my video today as the next bout or the next round. I'm going to try to be brief. The attack on Pelosi's husband is staged because she want to abdicate, she want to leave the scene. And later there was a fiasco, a theatrical performance in the Senate or in the House for McCarthy, who is a Trump puppet, Trump brother, to take over, right? And why is that? It's simply because they're preparing for the next round in the election. And then you have, of course, your supposed material that was found in Biden's old office and whatnot. So what's happening today, folks, is a preparation for the election, during the election, or the upcoming election, presidential election. The Trump and minions, they're going to try to come back to the White House. And this is going to be a bloody affair. They're going to try to avoid the fiasco and mistake and bad behavior that they committed and the errors they committed last time. And they will try to, again, take over the White House. That's what's happened, the Pelosi resignation, the McCarthy takeover, the papers, the intelligence, supposed intelligence found in Joe Biden's office, and I don't know. I mean, but that's very obvious where this is going. Another attempt is taking place now. I am gonna guess that they're going to try to impeach Biden and bring Kamala Harris into becoming a president. I'm thinking so. It is a very highly likely possibility, but it could also be a possibility that they're setting up for something else. Kamala Harris is a sister of Trump and sister of Obama. Make no mistake about that. She's in that camp. That said, I'm going to repeat, they're going to try the same thing again during the election time. Bad election, for fake results, blah, 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 blah. And then they're going to bring it into the House and the Senate into voting again. Similar to what happened last year, but last year they fell through. They tried to make that leap, but the other edge was too far out and they just fell in the precipice. So here's what's going to happen, folks. The upcoming election is going to be a problem for you, average Joe, white, black, Mexican, or any shade in between, including my brown, my brown color. See, I did my own haircut this time around. Anyways, fun aside. So I'm gonna give you some scenarios. If Trump makes it into the White House next round, here's what's going to happen. If first and foremost, there are some acts he's going to carry out, some acts he and his minions in the Congress, and in the Senate and so on, and here and there, and the Supreme Court as well, and judges, and so this is going to be a fully fledged military insurrection. Not what happened last election. This will be different because if he makes it through this time around, he and his minions in the House and in the Senate are going to do a few things. First and foremost, he will bleed America to death, money-wise. Not that America has any more money left, right? But he's going to put like trillions on account of America. And he's going to make Dracula look, he's going to make Dracula look gentleman and a merciful creature, right? Because this guy is going to suck like trillions gallons of blood out of America, which is not there. So he's going to slab it as debt, right, on America. So what's going to happen is very simple. He's going to siphon off trillions and then hand it over to Putin and Ayatollahs and ISIS and Qaeda and China and here and there. That's number one thing. Number two thing, there will be bloodletting. I think there will be in parallel. Those who brought him in power, especially the whites, are going to be a target and will suffer hell. And they will be so eliminated. There will be this, and remember my words. When Hitler came into power, he was brought to power by the stormtroopers. But then he established the SS, that weird organization, underground organization. And then those people came and started killing the stormtroopers. And these stormtroopers were basically hiding Hitler while they're being killed by the very same messengers, executioners, that he sent to kill them. So you whites, you Halibelt, you evangelists, you bring Trump into power, you're gonna spill your own blood. And remember what I just said to you now. Keep that in mind. United States will be, he will destroy the United States, period. So that's number two act, destruction of the United States. The white race and blacks will be farther down into the drain still. Trump and his brothers think the United States is enjoying too much luxury, even though they've destroyed it already and siphoned off everything that's in it, right? So I liken it to the buffalo that is no longer, can no longer stand on its own legs, literally skin and bones, down on the ground, and then the frenzy of defleshing the buffalo and sucking its blood is ever continuing, right? By the Trump and the investors and so on and so forth. That's going to happen. So that's number two. Number three, he's going to immediately surround Ukraine, and then he's going to like give money to Putin and weapons, and he's going to come and basically destroy Ukraine. So that's number three item. Number four item, he's going to signal China to immediately attack Taiwan, to take over Taiwan. These four things are going to happen if he makes it there. Number four, and I am not sure about this, maybe this number five. I said number four, probably number five. He is going to prop up Iran again and then renew attacks on the Middle East, especially the Saudis. I think he's going to help Iran attack the Saudis. Not that Iran doesn't have help within Saudi. They do have a lot of help in Saudi itself. The Hashashins are there, and oh man, if you ask me. So that's what's going on now. It's in preparation. So you in the intelligence community, who is watching this video, you're in the politician, you're a politician, you whoever you are, if you value your future and that of your children and that of your country, let's say you don't value the future of your country, your children, yourself, your freedom, your humanity, your honor, your integrity, your everything, you will make sure this guy never comes into the White House. I guarantee you this: if this guy comes to the White House, you will, you may not even have time to regret it. And if you do, you will begin to witness the systematic destruction of the United States. And number six, or I should make this number one, the first act that's going to happen, and he made a statement toward that, he will suspend the Constitution completely and rule by decree, like Lenin and the two brothers, Lenin and Stalin. That's what you're going to see next day. And some of the executive orders that he's going to issue, it's not going to be any more formal, folks. What's happening by Trump, by Obama, by Bush, what was happening to the United States, and I don't know about this guy, Joe Biden. I really don't know. He seems to be working toward that as well, but sometimes he's a little bit confusing. However, Kamala is definitely one of the bunch, right? These guys are hell-bent on not just destroying the United States. They are hell-bent on making its people suffer. suffer, like they're really going to make you suffer. What's happening to Europe by Putin, which faltered? What's happening in the Middle East, which was started by Ayatollah, Rabbi Ayatollah and Rabbi Putin and so on, which semi has like some success, is going to happen to you in the United States. Where is it you don't see what I'm talking about? You may say, you don't want no problems. You don't have, like I learned this before, you don't have to look for a problem. It's already in your house. It's already in your Senate. It's already in your White House. It's already in your Supreme Court. It's already in your governor's mansions. Look, folks, if the Constitution is suspended, and this guy means to do it, and he made a statement like he wants the Constitution to be suspended because the election results were not to his satisfaction, right? Guess what? Some people may say, well, they don't care about the United States, like it's too much for them to handle, it's too much for them to bear, and you don't have to worry about that. You need to worry about yourself and your future, your children, your personal safety, your wealth, your income, your house, everything. You're gonna have to worry about everything. That is you as a person, as a family, as children, and that's all. And you can build on what I said, what this guy will do. There is like this darkness that is coming, and they're hell-bent on destroying the United States. And if push comes to shove, and this guy rules by decree, and for example, there is resistance, you will see them turn the US cities into rebels, just like they did the cities of Syria. So you got your warning. I'm warning you now. That's the movement to take over the White House by Trump has already started. The first one by laying off Pelosi, and that was staged. Pelosi is one of the bunch. Don't ever think otherwise. He is protected by, what's his name, Gardner. That's Southern New York District. He took over, and then he throws the investigation into the intelligence that was found in Mar-a-Lago or Lago Mar or whatever it is. And then look, Trump is being protected by the judicial system, by the political system, and right. And then now McCarthy and that fiasco in the Senate, that theatrical act in the Senate, and so on and so forth. My advice to you folks is you start working against them now. Make sure they never get there. I've seen those genitalias or Gentiles. They keep talking about being proud. The other day I found like a license plate of this white old woman, like Gentile too, right? Does she know what she's talking about? You Gentiles think you're gonna bring Trump into office. The first thing he's gonna do, he's gonna cut you off, you genitalias, you Gentiles, you in particular, you white persons. He's gonna do a fucking job on you, men and women. He is going to do a job on you. You don't know what happened in Russia when Lenin and Stalin took over. You know a lot, but not really full. The first one to go to be destroyed and killed and sent to Siberia and were those who shouldered the communist revolution. Same thing with Hitler, same thing with Ayatollahs, same thing with Assad, same thing in South America, same thing in Cuba, same thing in China and here and there. I can keep repeating that to you time and again. But all that happened. And what's gonna come to you here in the United States is the same thing. No different. They're already in charge, right? But they cannot do anything similar to communism or Stalin or Lenin for that matter, or now Putin, unless they remove the Constitution, because here you got your police department, you got your local judges, they can't just do that. So now the second stage is really to transform into a dictatorship, direct dictatorship. From behind the scene, now they're emerging into the front scene, right? Now they will do the work with impunity. It used to be in Russia after the takeover of Lenin and Stalin, and starting with Lenin, those who shouldered the revolution were being shot on the streets, and nobody said shit. Nobody could do shit, right? And they tell you about that in certain literature and documentaries and so on. They tell you about that. People were getting killed on the sidewalks. Nobody said shit. Nobody could buy because now it's dictatorship. What's coming your way in the United States if that guy wins? If that guy goes in the back into the White House, is exactly that. You will be destroyed as a nation, as a race, as that's it. This guy is coming to extinguish you, right? It turns out that the enemies of the United States are already in the White House and in the Senate and in the Supreme Court and in the Congress, the House. Wake up now. The movement for the second round have already started. They think they learned from their mistakes and they are going to kind of like do it again, right? And so on and so forth. I wish you luck, and I don't, I'm an American citizen now. I keep my end of the bargain. I was naturalized, right? Ukraine, you better wake up. If Trump gets back into the White House, he's gonna come. His airplanes and his missiles are going to come and bombard you. And if not, he's going to isolate you. He's going to attack you from all sides. He's going to help Putin. But you bet your money on this. This is one of his own main priorities, right? And Europe, Germany, Scandinavia, Germanics and Scandinavians, what are you waiting for? You're waiting to make the circumstances favorable for Putin and Trump? If it comes your way, folks, you Germanics, you Scandinavians, some people trying to convince you that Putin is not coming that way. Oh, you poor you. You poor you. What's coming your way? Even snakes will shrink, will cringe and shrink and go and escape and slither away out of fear of how gory and ruthless and torturing and psychotic those bunch coming toward you in Western Europe, whether they're the Pustalinins, the lizard-eye cabal of Moscow, or Ayatollahs, which are helping him now, right? You value your future as a person, as a family, as for your children, the future of your posterity. You get up now and fight, including you, white Americans. Oh, what's coming your way? Oh, what's coming your way with this guy? Like I said, the movement has already begun for the second round. So the next election, you're gonna see all that I said. Get up and make sure these guys don't make it. And if I pray not, if they make it, and that decision is really from above, right? And I got this, like all this information, like fresh today from beyond, right? If, you poor you white Americans, you poor you, you have no idea. You have no idea. Once these guys have the key, they're gonna lock you up into hell forever. The Trumps and the Obamas and the Kamala Harris and the Putins and the Ayatollahs, and above them, the Netanyahus. Have a nice day, my friends, and spread the word. Intelligence, Americans, wherever you are, foil their plot. Because if you don't, and you think you're like what, Masonic or something like that, you have no idea how many millions of Masonics were killed in Syria and Chechnya and the gulags of Russia and Iran and here and China and here and there. You have no idea. So don't think you have some key, like whatever it is, because they're coming to really, really, really burn you up. Bye now.